Collective, this is Chad from Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. I want to put something on. I'm going to do a no contact reading for the collective. Please take the messages as they resonate. Not everything that is mentioned in this reading is meant for everyone. It may be for someone specific. There may be certain messages that do resonate with you and whatever no contact situation you may be experiencing. But take the messages as they resonate. This is for entertainment purposes only. You are responsible for your own life choices. And I am not answering any questions, just so you know. This is going to be a no contact reading. Let me put this on too. And what else? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much people because this is going to be a short reading for the... Let me put this on. I'm trying to stay chill while I do this. Okay, so this is a no contact reading for, like I mentioned in the beginning, the messages may not resonate with everybody. So take what does, leave behind what doesn't. And as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. But there may be messages. I had to say entertainment purposes only. Just so do I have to turn the chat off? What is the start? What's that? One thing you got to know about me is I don't like being told what to do. So you might want to retract that message before I do. Just letting you know. Okay. All right. So let's see what messages does the collective need to know at this time for the highest and greatest good. What messages does the collective need to know for the highest and greatest good? Wow. First card we have is mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. So someone feels like they made a mistake. They could take something back. A runner. I don't want to run anymore. New chapter. I'm trying to move on. Dishonesty. By lying, I ripped this apart. Detachment. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. And let me see. The last one, reveal. I want to tell you the truth, but it came out in the reverse. So somebody's definitely hiding something. And since the card came out in reverse, I don't think they want to reveal. I think they're still holding back. Seems like somebody doesn't want to take accountability, and that could be why someone may be detaching. Usually, I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. Sometimes when you feel like, someone may feel this, when you feel like there isn't much clarity in a situation, then you feel like, well, maybe I need to step out of the situation in order to find clarity outside of it. So I could look at it from a different perspective, a higher perspective, you know, but I am always longing for you, but daydreaming. So someone could still be fantasizing about you, daydreaming about you. Just so you know, all of these messages may resonate with you, or maybe one or two of the messages, half the messages, a third of the messages. Take it as it resonates, because I'm going to clarify each one as if it's its own message. Mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. I think somebody is evaluating their actions because if you look at this card, she's looking at documents. She's reviewing something. So it's reminding me of like Seven of Pentacles, somebody who's reflecting on what they've done and what they've reaped, how they've sowed their oats. What is it? You reap what you sow. So someone's reaping what they sow. Okay, mistakes. What is this mistakes about? Who made the mistake? What is the mistake? What can you tell us about the mistake? That card flew. Okay, Five of Cups. Someone disappointed someone. Someone regrets disappointing someone, leaving somebody out. So I could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you have Scorpio in your chart. You could be the person that, but there could be a Scorpio that's disappointed, or Scorpio that caused some sort of disappointments. It's funny because if you look at the way the card is, it looks like the bird, it looks like a vulture. It doesn't look like much of an eagle. That looks like a vulture to me. So vultures, you know what they do? They eat waste. They eat things that are decaying. But they're part of the regeneration cycle, or they're part of some sort of cycle of cleansing or detoxifying, you know? It's like somebody is reflecting on the disappointment they caused someone. If you look at it, the bird is looking at the person that's holding their heart, who's disappointed. Or someone is reflecting on past regret, because the Five of Cups has to do with past regrets, past disappointment. It definitely has to do with the past. Somebody's definitely looking back in the past and they have regrets about it. But what did they do? What do they regret? We know they disappointed somebody, but how did they disappoint somebody? Eight of Swords, Four of Swords. You know, I feel like somebody may have, because we do have the detachment card here. Someone could have detached, taken themselves out of a situation with the Eight of Swords. They wanted to take a break, to recenter themselves, reground themselves. I feel like this is tied to the detachment card. I feel like somebody probably ghosted someone. I think somebody ghosted somebody. And they're stuck in their head about doing that. But I feel like that this person could be still watching you. If you resonate with this person could still be watching you, even though they have detached, or you may have detached, you may have blocked them, you may have ghosted them, take it as it resonates, but someone is still watching, someone is still peeking. I think you like peeping Tom. Hopefully it's nothing like that. But okay, let's see. What is this runner situation? I don't want to run anymore. Who is the runner? We have the Three of Coins. It could be somebody that you have a shared friend group, you work together. It could be, because Three of Pentacles is usually people working together. But three people working together. I don't know if there was some sort of, I don't know why I want to say this, but spirit love triangle. I don't know if there was a third person involved, or there was a third party, or there was something interfering with the relationship. But somebody doesn't want to run anymore. With the saying someone doesn't want to run anymore, and the Three of Pentacles, that's someone who's wanting to work together, who wants to come together to work together, because the Three of Pentacles is three people working on something together. So if you think about it, if there's three people, there's three things. It doesn't have to be three people. Let's just say there's two people working on one thing together. That one thing is the third thing, and that could be the connection. That could be it. You know, but this person could have Cancer in the chart with the Chariot coming out. So somebody doesn't want to run anymore. They're willing to put in the work. They're willing to put in the effort, because the Chariot is about going towards, you know, like completing something, being successful, victorious with some sort of situation. It could be a task. It could be whatever you could be successful in. Take it as it resonates. Somebody could have been very much focused on their money, and now they feel like they're at a better place now, too, financially. That's the side note because I'm looking at the coins and then the chariot. So someone may have finished something, may have been focused on something, probably wasn't making you. It's funny I want to say this because I don't know why this is coming to my mind, even though it may resonate with you. Priorities, they had other things, other priorities. And I was talking about this last week about priorities, about importance, from my own experience. So this may resonate with some of you. I don't think anybody's too busy to contact somebody. I think that's not true. It doesn't take that long to send a message. Your ass better be dead or in the hospital, had your hands cut off, for that to be excusable. I'm joking. Hopefully everybody has their hands, because, but look, Justice, I don't want to run anymore. I want to move forward. I want to work together. I want to bring balance. I want to be fair. I want to be honest. I want to be honest. I want to bring honesty, truth, because justice has to do with truth, honesty, fairness, balance, doing the right thing, basically. With the Empress. Empress energy is Taurus and Justice is Libra, and Taurus and Libra is the Empress as well. So some of you could have, this is weird. It's possible. People go no contact with their baby daddies or baby mamas, or I don't know if there was some sort of break between you and your person. If you were together and you have a child together, so some of you may have a child with this person because the Empress is a mother figure. Somebody could be pregnant and maybe that's why somebody ghosted too, because they were scared. People do that. People run when they're scared, but somebody's willing to face the consequences, willing to move forward, to put in the effort, to work together. The Empress is someone who creates. She creates. She builds. She creates a home. She's loving, nurturing, caring, abundant. With the Hangman, we got the Pisces card. I don't know. Some of you may have been waiting for this person to come back. Remember, take the messages as they resonate. That may not be your case. Could have been waiting. But this person could be seeing things from a different perspective, and that's why they don't want to run anymore. They don't want to run away from someone who has been fair to them, who has been honest with them, who has been working with them, who has worked with them, Because when you're and I'm going to use myself as an example. Sometimes when you're accommodating, you're forgiving for other people's, you could say their inadequacies, but you're more forgiving because if you understand they have a situation, then you'll be very flexible. You won't put too much pressure on someone, right? This is just my past experience. So I think somebody could see how you could have been like that, but then how they weren't fair to you. It's like they're looking back, and I said they'd caused disappointment. They're looking back on that because they've probably cut communication with you, detached in some way, and however that resonates, this person could have ghosted you. But this time, this detachment period for this person or for you, because please take it as it resonates. I don't know you. I don't know your story, but this may be your story, and I'm telling your business to the world. It says, I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. Somebody could have a lot of things on their mind, a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of stress, a lot of pressure from outside sources. And, if someone knows that you're understanding, they feel like, okay, well, even if I do this, even if I ghost, I don't communicate or I don't contact or whatever the case may be, because this is a no contact reading, the person may feel like, oh, well, they're understanding. So if I don't talk to them for a year, they'll understand because of what's going on. But it's like, no, that's not right. That's not fair. You don't do that to someone that you care about. You know, you don't do that to them. That's selfish. And that they could be realizing that too, how they've been selfish. I want to say taking advantage too. You know, like some people, like when you're like overly accommodating, they take advantage. People take advantage. They may not see it that way, but in reality, they are. I'm calling it for what it is. Sometimes people take advantage of people who are understanding and caring, and they only think about themselves and whatever's going on, but they don't consider the other person's feelings. And that's not right. And that person, whoever that may be, they could be having that realization too. Affinity symbols, but the infinity symbols are with the major arcana. And I don't know, I just honed in on that. Okay, so infinity symbols may be significant to you. Ankh crosses. So I'll show you the infinity symbols. Like all the major arcana have this infinity symbol at the top. But we have the death card as Scorpio, hangman is Pisces, empress is Taurus, Libra, justice is Libra. What else do we have? Chariot is Cancer. So you may have any of those placements, or you may be dealing with someone with those placements in their chart. Okay, so what is this? So someone's trying to move on. That could be you if this is a no contact situation. And hopefully, I did say a year. So some of you, it could have been a year. That I just said some random. So some of you, oh, wow, look at this. I'm trying to move on. Look. Yeah, if this is you and you haven't heard from this person for a significant amount of time, I know I said a year, but it may not even be like that. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be days, weeks, months, and maybe it's a year, since I did say a year. Some of you may have you're already moving on, you're already thinking about what's next for you, what your next chapter is, what you want for yourself. You may be in that energy of trying to move on, or you have already moved on, depending on the time frame. You know, you're like that cycle has completed. That cycle has completed, the new chapter. Tell me more about the new chapter. I saw the moon card, which is Cancer and Pisces again. So what is this new chapter with the world? Yeah, the Emperor. I think some of you may be focused on bossing up in your life. You're thinking about how you're taking charge of your life. Maybe you're being more assertive than you've ever been before. You may not be like taking this kind of crap anymore. You know, that could be the new chapter. You moving on from one version of yourself and transforming into a newer, more powerful, that came out so weird. A newer, more powerful version of yourself where you demand respect. And you are not going to settle for anything less. See? And if anybody tries to come at you like that, you're going to be like, you're going to do that face. It might look like that. Like the lion there. You might give them that look like, really? Or you might let somebody know something. You'll tell somebody about themselves. But I feel like, yeah, you feel like no more being Mrs. or Mr. Nice Guy. I said Mrs. first because I'm a lady. But no more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mrs. or Miss Nice Guy because we're single, right? So we're no Mrs. here. Unless, like, for some of you, you could have been married. You know, the Justice card is there. You have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're taking your cup because when I reconnected with this deck, the way I see this card is like you're going to start pouring into things that make you happy. You see how she has all these little cups, but she looks like she's pouring from one cup into another. So you're going to be putting your time, your energy, your love into things that are beneficial to you, that benefit you. And it's funny because if you look at the card, there's a sun and moon here, and she's facing towards the sun. So some of you may be focusing on things that make you happy. You know, even the actions you want to take, because the Emperor card is Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is an action-oriented sign. It's a planet, sorry. And it's action-oriented. It's masculine energy. Leos are the sun, masculine. The sun is masculine. The moon is feminine. So some of you may be turning away, like no longer in this feminine energy. Maybe you weren't in that energy before. You were very caring, open, loving. But then now you're turning towards, you know what? I was receiving and this is what I'm receiving. Maybe I should go look at what I can do. Like redirect my energy towards something I can do, build, grow, and that is going to make me happy. So you're looking at actions, looking towards things that you can do that can bring you happiness. All right. All right. So the dishonesty card. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know what's going to come out. So please take it as it resonates. The dishonesty, the person could have lied about anything. You know, we don't know what they lied about. And maybe they didn't lie. Maybe they're just selfish. You know, so let's see what this dishonesty. Spirit, can you tell me what this dishonesty card is? For the collective, by lying, I ripped this apart. What did this person lie about? I ripped the connection apart. That could be the disappointment that the person caused. They lied about something. What did they lie about? I think some of you found out something with the high priestess. You found out something that this person wasn't lying about. It could have been something that this person was hiding. And you may have confronted them on it. Six of Cups. Something to do with their past. Something to do with their past. You found out something that had to do with their past. I don't know, some of you found out this person had a kid and you didn't know they had a kid. What is that? The moon. The moon card came out. And that's tied to the high priestess. Yeah, I think you found out something that this person hid. That you found out a secret that this person hid from you. They probably didn't lie, but for me, lying by omission is a lie. If you're not telling me the whole story, if you're telling me half the story, then you're telling a whole lie. But they say you're telling a half truth is a whole lie. So I don't know if somebody was like nitpicking what they were telling you, but then you found out more and you may have confronted them on this. It could be that. But I don't know what you found out. What did you find out? I know you're trying to hide it because it's probably different. I don't know if this person was dealing with another person with 3 cups coming out. I don't know if somebody was like entertaining other people, treating you like an option. It could be that. Some of you found out about another person with the 3 of cups. What else about the dishonesty? I have the 8 of Wands here. So 8 of Wands could be about communication. So some of you could have found out that this person has been communicating with somebody else of the opposite sex. You know, so if you're a feminine dealing with a masculine, you found out they were talking to another feminine. If you're a masculine dealing with a feminine, you found out, that she was talking to another masculine. Or if it's the same sex thing, you know, take it as it resonates. But I feel like some of you may have found out this person was communicating with other people. Other people. That could be the lie. It could be that. What else? 7 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Because in love, some of you could have also found out that somebody could have been watching somebody. And I see a feminine Queen of Cups. Somebody could have been, it could be that. Somebody could have lied about something or omitted something and you found out about it. And this person could have been watching something or watching someone and you caught them. And that did not make you happy because I saw the 9 of Cups. I'm like, if you caught them doing something and it broke you apart, I don't think it did make you 9 of Cups. It did not make you feel happy. And sometimes the 9 of Cups can be seen as someone in their shellfish. Shellfish, yeah. Selfish energy. Okay. So it's definitely lying about something. Yeah. All right. So detachment. I had to let this go so I could clear my head. So I want to see, how will the collective know if this is their reading? Is the collective? 7 of Wands. Some of you put your boundaries up, your guard up. You made some sort of decision. Like It makes sense. Some of you are made some sort of judgment call. You may have decided whether you're ending something so that you can have that new chapter and have a new beginning. Some of you could be like very much focused on your money, wanting to grow your money, wanting to maybe start a new job, focus on your money, focus on where you want abundance. Or you're looking for new opportunities. Oh yeah, I like that. Because you see the eye right there? Some of you are choosing just to work on what you care about, you value. Because Pentacle, energy. You're taking your energy, you're putting it somewhere else. You're redirecting your energy. I feel like you're no longer paying attention to this person. Yeah, you detached from this person. You created some sort of boundary with them. Or you know, I wonder if you're matching their energy. If this person ghosted you, you're like, okay, you want a ghost? I could ghost better than you. You know, so you're maybe focusing on your abundance, focusing on your money. Okay. But the reveal, like, I want to tell you the truth, but reveal is in reverse. So I want to know what they're hiding. What is this person hiding? They're juggling. They may be juggling with the Two of Pentacles. I don't know if some of you, if you found out this person was married. Because the Hierophant card came out. I don't know if this person's married. They don't want to reveal that. The person you probably caught them looking at was someone they may be connected to, or this could be you. You may be married to this person and you found out that someone was manipulating a situation. Someone was juggling. The fact that we have the reveal card in the reverse, I want to tell you the truth. And it's in the reverse means like, I don't want to tell you the truth. I don't want to take accountability. I don't want to be honest. I want to lie to you. And look in the church, you know. Somebody, I feel like some of you don't know the whole story. I think you know part of it, but the parts that you know are enough for you to not want to connect. If you're the person that detached. Remember, you could switch the roles as there, because I could be reading, you could be the person that, you know, was the ghoster. I don't know who I'm reading for. But you got the Two of Coins, the Hierophant, and the Magician. So I don't know if somebody was trying to create some sort of illusion. They were juggling. Maybe they had a secret life. They have a secret life. Four of Cups. See, this is detached. That's the detachment card right there. Four of Cups. Four of Cups with the Ten of Cups and Ace of Cups. Whoever this is, it could be you or them. I'm reading it as you. That you're the detached one. Yeah, you're detached and you're focusing on what's going to bring you happiness. You're focusing on what is your Ten of Cups right here. This is the Ten of Cups. So you can see Ten of Cups with the Four of Cups. You're detached because you're going to be focusing on what? You're detaching from situations that aren't fulfilling to you. We did see the Eight of Cups. You're going to be pouring into what is fulfilling. You're going to be taking your cup, Ace of Cups, and fulfilling whatever makes you happy, what brings you happiness. And you see the Ace of Cups, that sun there, you're focusing on your happiness. If you're the one that is going towards a new chapter. Because whatever happened, you like no longer, and some of you could have been dealing with a fire sign energy, Knight of Wands, or you could be a fire sign energy. But somebody could be seeing this, right? Because I did see that someone may be watching. They could see you moving on and you're like completely detached. And remember, I could say it could be up to a year. It could be more than that, or it could be less than that. It could be days, weeks, months, year, or years. Depending on the situation. Because sometimes people hold on to shit. You know, people hoard people in a way. And not in the same way you would think of a hoarders. You know, like they don't have stacks of newspapers and magazines and bags of clothes and stuff all over the floor. You know what I mean? Dirty dishes and everything, rodents and stuff. But I feel like some of you have decided to detach because you wanted to heal. And the snake to me is about healing, 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 or you're moving away, you're detaching from deceptive people, deceptive energies, and focusing on what brings you happiness, which is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is someone who pursues their passions. So that may be you right now. But if there's somebody, this person could be watching you, like I said, and they could be conflicted about coming forward. We've got the 5-5. They may have put you in this place where you, in a place of lack. They probably had you feeling left out, or this is how they're feeling. They're feeling conflicted. They're feeling left out about the ending, They feel like a fish out of water. Yeah, you know why? Because you took your love away. You took your love away. You took your love away, right? And I'm going by the new chapter because you're focusing on what you want. Look at this person over here with the Knight of Coins. He's looking. I'm like, what are you looking at? This person's like, what are you looking at? You're looking at your wish, whatever your wish is. And some of you could be manifesting someone new. You could be manifesting someone new. But remember, take this as a resonate, because for all I know, there could be a cross watcher watching right now and they're not happy with what I'm saying. Yeah. See, oh my God, I said they may be watching. Look at the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, the Stalker card. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm going to end the reading there. I hope this reading resonated with you in the best way possible, provided you clarity, confirmation of what you already know with your situation, or something to look forward to, maybe some advice if this is your situation and you're not really sure how to move forward with it. Because I feel like I feel like some of you have to focus on yourself, or some of you are already doing that. And if you are, that's a good thing, because you're the most important person, I say. You're the most important person in your life. Oh, I wanted to touch base on something that I posted last week. I want to say hi, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so focused on this reading because I have very little time. Actually, I'm supposed to end this reading right now, but I want to say something really quick. Hi, Christy. Hi, Dana. Hi, Connie. How are you? Thank you for the coin. Thank you. Last week I was talking about importance, about when people you're not important. The thing is, and I saw this post and I was like, damn it, I wish I said this, because this is what I really meant too. And this is the thing about when you post content and then you have hindsight is 2020. Sometimes we're not important to people all the time, because sometimes people have things going on. I'm not making excuses for anybody if they did some sort of no contact situation to you, because that's not right. We're adults here. We shouldn't be playing little children's games, So for some of you, like I said, sometimes, depending on the situation, and if you know how your person feels about you, even if you are in a no contact situation, the person cares about you and stuff. And remember, some of that stuff may not resonate with you. Like I said, this person could be someone who has a lot of responsibilities, right? A lot of family obligations, and not because they're married, but just because family. Sometimes people prioritize their family over anyone, and I see that with the people that I'm around. I see that a lot. Their family is very important to them. So anything outside of that, it's fair game. You're not that important, so you could stay on the sidelines. But sometimes they may end up putting people who are not technically family in the sidelines. So the whole point is, I saw this post where it says you're not going to be important to people all the time. And that's true. Sometimes then you're not going to be a priority. There are going to be times when this person you may be dealing with is going to prioritize you. And there are going to be times when they can't prioritize you because other things are going on, So I feel and I'm talking about people who care about you, who love you. We have to give grace to those people, not the people who are manipulative, who are liars, who are dishonest, dishonest, right? Who are wasting your time. Okay. So I just want to add on to that from that video I did last week before I did the yes or no questions. So I really appreciate you all for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for the likes. I think I put subscriber mode on, so I don't know if anybody subscribed. If you did, I really appreciate you. I don't think I'm going to be going on later in the afternoon. I don't think I'm going to be doing a live stream. I think I need a break. So maybe you'll see me tomorrow. If not, I hope to see you next time. Take care, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Sending you lots of love and light. Bye, everyone.